G'day everybody. I've got an idea for Centrelink to help fix their phone thing without costing too much or changing things too much. So it's an idea for them if they ever want to do it. And if I was in power and I could change it to this is what I would do. Now, when it comes to Centrelink, every time they have a bad problem, and it's already bad enough without a bad problem, so sometimes they have a high influx of people. So usually everyone would say when you call Centrelink, make sure you got at least half an hour. You know, a lot of times you get in 5-10 minutes, but in some cases you might need up to an hour, right? Because a lot of people might be doing forms or something small was down that day, right? Or it's a loan day where someone can ring up about a loan or something like that, where everyone's getting. That's what I've noticed when Centrelink's lines are busy. But besides all that, how could you fix it when it comes to emergencies? You can bring in more people to the same area if they've already got more phones, but then that's if they've already got all the more phones and spare desks just sitting there. Or what they could do is they have another room, another section, just like what they've already got with the phones and people. But it's the same building, they need another room with phones connected. So it's a little extra thing they need to do. So it's going to cost a little bit of money, but it's not going to be a constant money for a change, right? And you get this room and you get it set up so it can do these calls and have some employees in there. And when you have a big moment, and if it's a phone moment, not so much in Centrelink, you could get some of the people from Centrelink to either use their own phones, so you can have a setup where they can just tap in with other phones, might even save you some money, do a little bit of software change there, and have these Centrelink people able to tap in and become a phone person for this line when they're not so busy at Centrelink and they know that this line's busy. You can somehow show them on the computers or something like that and make all and go, look, the lines are busy. We're going to get one Centrelink officer from all the Centrelink offices. So that'll be a couple of hundred straight up, just getting one to put in. And we're just going to, we're asking them, which Centrelink officer can you spare at your Centrelink? Shabam, right? No extra cost, just a little change around, getting someone to do something and have the phone connected to that line. And then they start answering the emergency. So you could go, when there's bushfires and Centrelink's expecting to get an influx of phone calls, they could say, now you can call this emergency line for this. Just like they do with when it comes to the extra bonus pays and that. They've done it every now and then, this theory I'm talking about. I do say that they should do it more often when it comes to these emergencies. That way, if they really do it and they are doing it, then I see no reason why it takes more than an hour or half an hour to try to get through on a Centrelink phone call. Anyway, people, I thought I'd chuck that out. In the future, I'll find out, you have to be in that sector to find out exactly what they're doing with all that. But I'm pretty sure I'm right with my theory, and it would help out that sector without costing either no money with a little bit of changing or very little money to make a big difference for the people. Because it's really, I know they don't have to do any change like they like to do that I like to talk about when it comes to money or don't worry about things because they just pass the buck to the people. So I'm not going to really try to think about this. There's other problems to think about. I'm just going to leave that one, even though that's a really quick, easy fix. Look, I just talked about it. You just got to do a few phone calls to a few people, and it's not really hard to try out and fix. And they rather go, no, we'll just pass it to the buck to the people because we're not getting enough complaints. Because I don't know what kind of complaints they're getting about people waiting all the time and how much they're complaining. But if they're getting a lot, it'll be an easy thing to get rid of those complaints and make yourself look good than just pass the buck and leave it, in my opinion. But anyway, bye-bye and see you later.